To start, so thank you for getting settled. Welcome, everybody. It's the end of our school year celebration. Great honor to be standing here this morning, healthy. Today we celebrate transition, and we're celebrating the growth of our students, again, as they move to the next program level in their Montessori educational studies. I want to say thank you to our families for entrusting your children with us and for making Montessori your education choice for your kids. I believe it's the best choice, but that's my personal opinion. At the end of each school year, we have the opportunity to reflect, honor, and celebrate. I like traditions, and we made a new one this year with our field day. But our end of the school year tradition of having this moment to share together the accomplishments of our students and the growth that we've all witnessed is really special. And reflecting on this year has reaffirmed for me the importance of making connections with our students and how that strengthens the bond of our school family. And for me, it's knowing how much you care more than caring how much you know. Although knowledge is tremendously important, it's relationships that build community, and that's what I feel you've developed, is a nice community, a trusting community, and our Montessori community. Recently, I listened to an interview with Paul Tough. He's an author who wrote the book, Helping Children Succeed. And he believes that there are two things, perseverance and curiosity, that are just as important as academic skills. And in his interview, he emphasized the responsibility that we adults have to shape the environment in which children grow. And Mr. Tough might not be a Montessorian, but he understands the importance of a prepared environment. And my biggest takeaway from this interview was that by taking time to develop connection and then providing stimulation and challenge, psychologists are finding that this tends to create a mindset of success in students. Now, for me, this is contemporary research that validates our more than century-year-old Montessori practice, right? So we want to keep kids curious, we want to invite challenge, and we want to provide encouragement. And we as guides do that for the 180 days that we have your children, and then we know that you do that every day that you're with them. So thank you for partnering with us. Today we also have an opportunity to celebrate the personal achievement of two students who have been selected by their guides for personifying outstanding citizenship. This is the second year that our local Rotary organization has honored a 5th year and an 8th year student. And we actually have a former charter board treasurer coming up in just a couple of seconds, Kevin Maddock, to present the awards to these two students. And I just want to say that last year was our first year having this opportunity, and it is a really nice honor for our school to be part of the Rotary Outstanding Citizenship Award, because it gives our students something to look forward to, something to work toward, more than, again, like I said earlier, more than just their academics. It's knowing how much that they care. And so I saw Kevin Maddock, if you would come up to the stage, please.
I thought I had some time to prepare. This is a much bigger crowd than last year, but it's a pleasure to be here. Every year, the Rotary Club of Key West presents a Citizenship Award at all the area schools' promotion ceremonies to a student who the faculty and staff feels best exemplifies the ideals of Rotary and their motto, which is service above self. Rotary is a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders that provides humanitarian service, encourages high ethical standards in all locations, and helps build goodwill and peace in the world. Rotarians are encouraged to practice in their everyday life the Rotary four-way test, the things we think, say, and do. It asks, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Is it beneficial to all concerned? The students that we recognize exhibit these principles. It is my pleasure to present our Citizenship Award and a $50 gift card to Ian Wilcox and Caroline Smith. Thank you, everyone.
Last year, I almost made Kevin late for Rotary. We actually did this a day early, so he doesn't have to be late for Rotary today. All right, so our youngest program level graduates, the Seahorse class, they're preparing to move to the second plane of development and to start their elementary program level experience. Our third years are growing from a point of acquiring a great number of skills to the second half of that same plane where they're going to sharpen those skills in their upper elementary. Our 6-year students, they're making a significant transition. They're passing toward adolescence. The 6th year in the Montessori elementary education environment is the capstone of our second plane of development. And these students have gained precision with their elementary studies, and they're now preparing to take what they've learned and apply it as they develop their intellect. And then finally, our 8th grade graduates, they've completed their Montessori studies, and they're prepared to take flight with their education. I feel fortunate to witness the growth of your children and our community. And our special guest speaker today is a young woman who entered our program 13 years ago. She was a smiling and helpful first-year student in Miss Monica's class. And she is going to stand before you today, a graduate of Key West High, 2015, and the valedictorian of the class. I'd like to welcome Nana Guzman to speak to our students.
Attended Montessori in my early years before going on to HOB in Key West High School. Just as they reminded me when I was younger, your teachers and parents probably remind you all the time how lucky you are to go to Montessori. And for the longest time, I didn't think that my elementary education was different from anyone else's. But when I got to middle school and high school, I started to notice how the small group of us that went to Montessori tended to stand out more and do better in general. I graduated at the top of my class alongside my best friend who went to all the same schools as I did. The two of us took the titles of valedictorian and salutatorian in our graduation year and got into the colleges of our dreams. I attribute my success to the fundamentals I learned back when I was in kindergarten and preschool. Montessori taught me how to self-motivate and push myself to put my all into my education. I know I don't have to explain exactly how Montessori did this for me, but you all know, you've experienced it firsthand as students. Believe it or not, the school you've been attending this year has shaped your future in a very positive way. Whether you're leaving Montessori and moving on to a different school, or just moving up another grade, it's important to know that you're prepared for it. Your teachers here will always be there to cheer you on or lend a helping hand when you need it, no matter how old you are. Whether or not you realize it, this school gives you such unique connections that you will cherish forever. Look at me, I stand here in front of you 9 years after I left Montessori because of the way that I'm connected to it. To this day, I still feel connected to the people I spent my elementary years with because of the way we were similarly brought up. You'll make new friends and branch out from the people you met here. But no matter what, you know that you'll always be there for each other, because this is the kindness that results from this school we all know and love. The most valuable lesson that I learned at my time at Montessori has gotten me to the place I am today. And that lesson is the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated, and you'll find happiness in life. My advice to you is to take this lesson and use it in all aspects of your life. Always treat people with loyalty, respect, and kindness, and you will find the most valuable friends in your life. Always show your teachers commitment and enthusiasm to learning, and in return, they will make sure that you receive a world of knowledge. Always work hard and stay positive, and the world will give you the success and happiness you deserve. By keeping these words of wisdom in mind, I have been lucky enough to receive a lot of good fortune in my life. Have a goal and work towards that throughout the entirety of your schooling. Know that Montessori has prepared you to work hard enough to reach that goal one day. With the end of the school year and the beginning of a fun-filled summer, know that you successfully completed another year of schooling and are on the right path to success. Thank you and congratulations.
We have our kindergartners, our C-course class is coming up. We're going to have a little presentation for you. So each of our program level groups will have a song presentation, and then their guides will help present the graduates, and we'll just carry on forward. The last thing we will have today is some closing remarks by our former board chair, our immediate past president, that's Leslie Concepcion.
Working with these children and guiding them. There's been so much wonderful growth. We're adding, subtracting, even multiplying, we're reading. It's been so great to see the progress over the last 7 months that these children have made. They're so sweet. And I look forward to checking in with them and seeing how they're doing next year. So I'm going to call each child. We're going to usher them into lower elementary with a flower. And then children, after you get your flower, you can go back to your seats. You look great. I'm so proud of you. Dia Alwani. Max Blinkman. Josephine Clapp. Tessa Dixty. Samuel Eaton. George Eggers. Morgan Fanning. Nathan Godlewski. Kevin Heckler. Kevin Kenny. Tavi Lamontagne. Naya Leva Russell. Jackson Mitchell. Amira Mushinova. Ethan Sinclair. Deanna Sonnenfeld. Archie White. Kai Woods. Thanks everyone, have a great summer. Congratulations, Seahorses.